Hari Om Yogis, Mickey Space here, guiding you through a little practice, a little gentle yoga practice. So we'll begin with a bolster ideally. Now if you don't have a bolster, maybe grab a couple of pillows. You could pile up your pillows one on top of the other and lay them along your mat, along the mat, and then lying down over the bolster or pillows. So the bottom in towards the end of the bolster or pillows, the feet together and the knees apart, and there we begin. We lie over the bolster or the pillows. If you feel like you're falling back a bit, then maybe a block or something underneath the end of the pillow, maybe a cushion or whatever you have. But let's begin here. We'll close the eyes and deepen the breath. Our reclined butterfly or Supta Baddha Konasana, a pose that helps to open up the body, opening up there through the hips, a little bit of a back bend as we lie over the bolster, and then splaying the body over the bolster, opening up there a little through the chest and shoulders as well, with the arms there beside the body. Palms ideally facing up, so we have that sense of opening through the chest, through the heart. We'll close the eyes and just drop in with a slow, deep, full yoga breath. So breathing deeply into the belly and deeply out, deeply into the belly, and then if we could expand further up into the chest all the way to the top of the lungs, and then exhale, release the breath completely. It's a little more challenging for those deep breaths when we're in this position, but just as best you can, encourage the maximum amount of oxygen, of prana, of life force into the body, into your system. And then targeting that breath into where you're feeling the pose, whether that's in the hips, the lower back, the back throughout, or the chest and shoulders, or just focusing on breathing into your heart. Slowly now, having arrived, let's say, we'll slowly come out of that first pose, maybe bringing the knees together all over to your side. And then gently bring ourselves up. Release our cushions or bolster out to the side. And then we'll come on to the hands and knees. So on the hands and knees, let's work a few rotations here. So drawing a few circles in one direction first. Still maintaining a nice deep breath as best we can. And then head in the other direction. And then back to center. So let's step forward with the right leg here, the right foot. Now check in with your left knee if that feels a little uncomfortable. A folded blanket underneath the left knee just to give it a little padding. That can help to make things a little more comfortable. And then working a little lunging sequence from here. So we're going to roll the shoulders back, place the hands on top of the right thigh there, and then work with our breath. So with an inhale, open up through the chest. With your exhale, try to lunge a little deeper, sink the hips down. Try to keep the knee above the ankle there. Inhale, back up. Exhale and lunge. Inhale. Exhale, lunge. Inhale. Exhale and lunge. Let's stay there in the lunge now. Now if you could, release the hands, roll the shoulders back and encourage the hips to drop, to sink towards the earth. And keep breathing nice and deeply into the hips, into where you feel the resistance. Good. Then we'll place the hands down either side of your right foot. So they're on the hands, fingertips, or onto your fists. Tuck the back toes under, then straighten the back leg. So here we're saying hello to the hamstrings. Now you may just stay there. If you could, you try to straighten the front leg as well. So you're pushing the right hip back, left hip forward. Just getting that right leg as straight as it goes without forcing. And again, slow, deep breaths into the resistance, into the hamstrings, into where you're feeling it. And really key to maintain that deep rhythm with the breath. As soon as we hold the breath, we tend to stifle the energy as well. So we need to keep breathing deeply to maintain that free flowing of energy. Good work. Back down with your left knee and gently coming back. You might lean back here and just give the back of the right leg a little rub. And then switch over to the other side. So now left leg steps forward, right knee onto your mat or your little padding on your blanket. Hands on the left thigh, roll the shoulders back again. Inhale. Exhale and lunge. Inhale. Exhale and lunge. Inhale. Exhale and lunge. Stay there again, or if you can, release the hands, roll the shoulders back, encourage those hips to sink towards the earth. Nice deep breaths again into the resistance. Opening up there, the hip flexors on the right side, working into that left hip. And then hands down, again, fingertips, hands flat or fists as you choose. Tuck the back toes under, straighten the back leg. And then pushing the left hip back, working to straighten the front leg as well. Just going as far as the body allows there. Deep breaths again into the resistance, into where you're feeling it. And once more, drop the right knee down, lean back a little so you can give that left leg a little rub. And then coming back to hands and knees, both hands, both knees down. Little cat-cow rhythm now. Let's awaken the spine. Inhale, look up to the sky. Exhale, hunch the spine, look down or look towards the navel. Inhale, looking up. Exhale and hunch. Inhale, arch, looking up. Exhale, hunch. And once more, inhale, arch. Exhale, hunch. Now bring in a little core element to it. Let's inhale, lift up the right leg as you arch, bringing the right heel towards the back of the head. Then with your exhale, try to bring the knee through so you're curling the body. Knee in towards the nose. Inhale. Arch. Exhale and curl. Inhale, arch. Exhale and curl. Well done. Bring the knee back down. A little shake out of the wrists. And then heading the other side. Left leg up behind, arching. Exhale, curl, knee in towards the nose. Inhale, arching. Exhale and curl. Inhale, arch. Exhale and curl. Back down with the knee. Take the knees now wide, big toes together. Sit back to your heels. Extend the arms there out in front and bring your forehead down to the mat. Or just hang the head if the forehead doesn't reach comfortably. And then spreading the fingers wide, let's tuck the toes under, find a downward facing dog, press the hips up to the sky. Little pedaling out of the down dog, pedal the feet, take your dog for a walk. And then from there, let's walk up to the top, walk up to your hands. And then once you're there, let's bow forwards, maybe holding on to the backs of the legs. Relax the neck and shoulders, just allow the head to hang free. You can bend the knees a little as much as you like. And relax the neck and shoulders, head hangs. Then releasing the arms, let's roll ourselves up nice and slowly. Vertebra by vertebra, head coming up last. Roll out the shoulders up the top. And now let's circle the arms up, interlace your hands, point the index fingers up to the sky, inhale. As you point and reach nice and tall with your exhale, stretch over to your right. Inhale back to center and exhale over to your left. Inhale to center, lift tall, exhale to your right. Inhale and to your left. Back to center, hands in prayer, prayer to your heart from the top of the mat. If you've got a blanket there, maybe take it out of the way. From the top of the mat, working our side stretches a little deeper with Trikonasana, the triangle pose. Hands in prayer, we'll step our left leg back. Taking a nice wide stance, we've got an equilateral triangle, ideally between the legs. Legs straight, arms out, shoulder height. Try to keep your left hip back, so hips are square along the mat. With an inhale, open up through the right side of the chest as you lean forwards to the right. And then hinge from the hips, right hand down, either resting it on the leg or to the inside of the leg. Reach up with your left arm. Now check in with the neck, if it's okay to look up, look up. If that doesn't feel good for the neck, just look down. Try to keep that left shoulder and left hip back. You're breathing deeply and reaching tall with the left fingertips. Then gazing down at the right hand, inhale, follow it back up. And exhale, step back to the top of your mat. Other side now, the right leg steps back this time. Arms again out, shoulder height. With an inhale, open up through the left side of the chest. And with an exhale, hinge, bring the left hand Again, to rest on the left leg or to the inside. Reaching up with the right fingers, drawing the shoulder and hip back. Looking up at the thumb if that feels okay for the neck, otherwise look down. Nice deep breaths, delight in that opening of the side body. And then gaze down at the left hand, inhale, follow it back up. And exhale, step back to the top of your mat. From the top of the mat, step the feet out hip width apart. For some sun breaths, we inhale, circle the arms up. And exhale, cross the arms, bend the knees and squat right down. Inhale, circle up the arms. Fold the arms, exhale, bow forwards. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Let's squat all the way down now. So turn the toes out a little so you can squat down into a yogi squat. Bring the arms between the legs and the hands in prayer. Roll the shoulders back. Now for some of us that's quite challenging, so you could sit on a block, or if it's too much, just come to sit down and hang like that. So like that, on your block or in the squat, close the eyes, deepen the breath, and draw the gaze internally to your third eye, the point between the eyebrows. Resting our awareness there. Blink the eyes back open, release the hands behind you, come to sit down, and then come to lie down onto your back. With the knees bent though, so feet to the floor, ankles below the knees for a little bridge action. So here the arms beside the body, palms face down. With an inhale, we're going to lift the bottom off the floor, hips towards the sky. And exhale, bring the bottom back down. Nice and slowly, nice and controlled. Inhale slowly up. Exhale gently down. Inhale slowly up. Exhale gently down. Now keep working with that if you like, or otherwise next time we come up, inhale, stay up, interlace the hands underneath and squeeze shoulder blades together, coming high on the shoulders for Setu Bandhasana, the classic bridge. So a little pressing into the feet to lift the hips a little high if we could. And then slowly, gracefully coming all the way back down. Release, bring the knees into the chest, curling the body a little and rocking gently side to side. And then from here, a reclined twist, so we'll bring the arms out, shoulder height. Take a deep your left first, knees towards the left elbow, left hand to the right knee, and right shoulder to the floor. So you turn the head to look along the right arm. And just relax there in your twist. Then come back to center. To the other side, over to your right side, right hand to your left knee, left shoulder to the floor, look along your left arm. And back to center. Little happy baby, hands to the outer edges of the feet. And gentle oscillation there, side to side. And then let's release, come into our Shavasana. Let's take a little moment's break, lying on our backs. Stretching the legs out, palms facing up now, the arms beside the body. Open up through the chest, tuck the shoulder blades in towards each other, close the eyes. And coming back to a full yoga breath, breathing nice and deeply into the belly. Expanding up through the chest to the top of the lungs. And as we exhale out of the belly, chest and top of the lungs. Allow the whole body to relax, to let go, to give in, to surrender. Slowly now begin to deepen your breath. Always feel free to stay a little longer if you like in your Shavasana. Otherwise, if you're coming out with me, give fingers and toes a wriggle, stretch the arms over. Rolling over onto your side, pausing there for a few moments. And then slowly coming all the way back up to sitting. Sitting nice and tall, crossing the legs, rolling the shoulders back, spine upright. Take a moment to close the eyes again, deepen your breath. Notice how we feel. And considering a positive intention we might like to bring in for the rest of the day. And then hands in prayer in front of our hearts. Taking a bow together from here in respect for each other. Namaste. Thank you very much.